Dr. Lock. So I was just scrolling around Facebook, as you do, and seeing what's available. As far as key machines, programming machines, things like that. It looks like somebody's bought an Autel there and hasn't used it much, and there's an old key cutter there. When I was scrolling down, I found an ad there that really caught my attention. And I was scrolling down, and then in big letters, "Is this your new office?" And I thought, fuck me, it's my current office. And I know that because I built it. It's my van. Anyway, so that got my attention. And I thought, okay, so this image here has been used a few times around the net, and I've seen it a few times. I've asked a few people to take it down as it's my work, and they don't ask to use it. But I thought, I thought I'd see and just see what they're doing with my image of my van. Now, with this van here, I put a lot of work into this, and I entered it into a competition back in 2018, I think it was, Best Locksmith Van of the Year. And the van I lost to, well, I was quite surprised at. But what is surprising is that the amount of people who have reused my image or spoken about my van or, made reference to the van or linked the video and used ideas from it, far more than any of the other competitors who are competing. And I was in the finals, and I won a set of headphones valued at about $15. And I was quite surprised at the winner, but I'm pretty sure I got stitched up there. But that's just the way it is. So I guess the proof's in the pudding. And when you see your van being used and the images being used, means that not only do I feel it's of a high caliber, other people do as well. So I thought I'd go down the rabbit hole and see who's using it now and why they're using images of my van, and see what it is. So let's have a little look-see here and see what they're promoting. Okay, so I've got 14 days, 10 hours, 21 minutes and 33 seconds to get whatever it is they're selling. Can tap into $6.62 billion locksmith auto industry. Wow. Okay, you've got a video there. You've got a full kit recommended at $1,132, but it's yours today for $49.25. So this sounds to me like, yeah, it might be good information, but it's really, really overselling it. Looks like it's been generated here with AI. And this is the guy here. Look, if it works for you, great. $49. I don't think you're really going to get the 20 years worth of experience it took and all those tips and tricks it takes to be out there current and to not cook people's cars and to be able to do this job from $49, to be honest with you. But you can try. Oh, we've got a pop-up. Save this page and come back to it later. No, I won't. So anyway, this is the guy here, and I'm just scrolling down, just having a look. So obviously he's used my van. Oh, there it is again. He's used my van as a reference there because he obviously thinks it looks nice, as do I. And he's trying to sell his wares of locksmith training. Now, sure, buy the book if you want. I don't know if it's any good. To be honest with you, it sounds like it's just basically selling it. Now, I'm just looking at his van here, and I can see why he's used my van. We've got a bit of a kitchen bench there with an edge there that's purely exposed. We've got some cabinets here that you can buy pre-made from your local hardware shop, tool cabinets. We've got a vise that's mounted in there, an office chair, and a lot of, I guess you'd call them hockey straps, strapping stuff in. We've got a bit of melamine up the back, which has been used as a bit of a whiteboard. We've got an what's that? I have one of those machines. That's a E9 or so around the back there. We've got an inverter on the side and some car keys. Now my question is, if this guy's making so much money, he's got all the secrets, why does his van not look like mine? It's a good question, isn't it? Why is his van looking like he's put it together in his backyard over a period of 2 days if he's making this much money? It's, I'm just putting the question out there. This is another image here. I don't know if it's the same keyboard. Looks similar, but doesn't look the same, so I'm not sure if that's his tablet there. I also saw here somebody from Sydney. Oh, there's my van again. Yeah, somebody from Sydney here. Went from knowing nothing about locksmithing to getting my first paying customer in 2 weeks. This system works, period. Okay, well, only American people use the word period normally. That's the only, well, that I know of. Only I've heard it from American people of American background. But anyway, Just saying, yeah, I don't mind him using the images. Would have been nice if they asked, but then again, if they're using it, it kind of means that they appreciate the work that's gone into it. So if they're using that as the come-in image, obviously, the van is of reasonable caliber. So whether or not I won that competition or not, it's beside the point. It's years ago. But on saying that too, a lot of locksmiths, they have vans like this and they do really good work. But I'm just saying that, if that's his van and that's my van, well, there's a difference. And automotive, if it was that profitable, I would be using my van to do more automotive. So just putting it out there, if you want to pay $49 for these great tips and all the rest of it, you can. His van looks like this, and he reckons this industry is worth $6.2 billion, and his van looks like that. My van looks like this, and I don't even do automotive anymore. That's the whole thing about it. There's too many people in it. There's so many reasons for it. I've got all the machinery. I can do it, but I don't do it. Okay? And it's just not worth my time. So although I'm all set up for it and all the rest, no, it's just not worth my time for the prices that are paid. So this guy can, if he can do it and he can make lots and lots of money and all the rest, and all these people are really happy and all that, good, go for it. Go for it. But this is his van at top level, top notch. Okay? And this programmer here, this might be him with this programmer, but this is a prepaid programmer. Okay, so it's not like he's paid the $18,000 to get the programmer that you can use unlimited. He's on the token system. So that's another indication that this might not be what he's making out. I don't know about this scribbly thing, the system. Okay, well, that's a lot of scribble, and that's a guy happy, and that's a guy not so happy. So we're getting there. Anyway, let's just finish this off. So I'm not endorsing this product. I know nothing about this product. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. All I know is he uses pictures of my van to advertise his wares, saying that this could be your next office. Well, it's definitely not your office, buddy. Mr. Alex, look at your office. It's my office, sitting in my front yard right now. And auto locksmithing, is it highly profitable as far as he makes out? Well, I'd say in my area, no. Can it be? Yeah, sure. But those days have come and gone because of the new programmers, there's new systems. It's not like you can charge $2,000 for a job where you used to. Things have changed. Everybody seems to think it's the be-all and end-all and the top place to make all the money in locksmithing, and it's just not. It's extremely hard. It's a lot of things to learn about it. So anyway, that's my waffle on about that. Let's go back here and let's just do a little search with Google Lens, see if anyone else is using my my van. Oh, there's another one. That's that guy. That's YouTube, and there's some comparative ones. So let's see who else is using it. I did ask another guy to take it down, as but then again, this guy's in California. I don't mind. Look, if they want to display it, they can. But what's going to turn up is not what they're looking at. But it's all the same. At least they can appreciate the hard work that's gone into it. So that's just two examples. And over the years, because it's been 5, 6, 7 years now, over the 7 years since I built this van, I've seen this is probably there's at least a dozen, and this is only 2 of them that have used this van. So that just shows other locksmiths do appreciate the quality of work that I put into this, and that's why I'm not going after them saying, hey, it's copyright, remove it. I'm saying use the image if you want. If you like to look at it, I like to look at it. At least it shows some appreciation for my product, so that's fine. I didn't get the recognition from Master Locksmiths Association, who were judging it. They went with a different company, a company that had a van which I was just shaking my head at. But they choose on different criteria, and they choose kind of they call the shots at the end of the day. So if they choose right, they choose wrong, it's completely up to them, and it is what it is. Anyway, so just looking over here, there is some cracking locksmith vans here as well. Have a look at this. This is not too bad. No, we can't. All right, let's go back. But yeah, there is some real cracking locksmith vans, some of them from the UK, some of them from the US. Some of them have really good setups, just like mine. But auto van setup. But the moral of the story is the video. Oh, there's somebody's one that's looking pretty good. There's my old one, and this one here I can't make out from. This looks like a studio. I don't know how big the van is. This is pretty cool, this one here, Locksmith Chicago. That looks really well sorted out and well planned out. But yeah, I can appreciate other people's work, and I'm glad they can appreciate mine as well. Leave your comments down below. But that was a little bit of a shock for me, just scrolling through the marketplace there, and there's somebody using my van to promote their wares. And basically it's a get-rich-quick scheme, saying it is what it is, and it's really not. Anybody who does car keys for a living will tell you it's not the easiest thing to do. You need to know a lot, you need to do it right, and it's not like you just, a couple of millimeters off. You have to be exactly spot on. That's why the machinery, just the machinery alone in this vehicle, far outweighs what this guy had in his van. Yes, it's doable, but I even asked the question, how much does he really do? Like, I'm not seeing a HPC there. Your backup machine's always a HPC for anybody in the know. This right here is a Tibby machine by the look of it, so that cuts Tibby. It's got special cradle on there. This one, SECE9, or no, it's the other version very similar to it. So really there's no single or double-sided or duplicator in there. There's really only two key machines. So I don't know if the information he's got is going to allow you to, really know what to do, because single and double-sided keys are still in use, as well as track keys, which this machine's used for. And you normally don't use that for all your single and double-sided keys. You can, but it's not really the way to go. Also, this machine, I had this machine, it was slow, sluggy, and needed calibration all the time. And yeah, just the hockey ties around the stuff tells me a lot. And the seat as well, yeah, tells me a lot. I'm not going to really pull it apart too much, but yeah, there's a lot of scribble there. Let's just leave it at that. All right, yeah, so get rich quick? No, not really. You might want to save you $49 and do some real training. On saying that too, he's offering some sort of training there, and that might be good for somebody. There are other books out there. I think Hyde was one of them that did some locksmithing books, really good. I'll see if I can bring them up, because if you wanted to learn, let me not steer you in the wrong direction. Really good books from the US, and they've got, yeah, these books. See this? This is what you want to learn. This big blue book here has a lot of information, and this one here has a lot of information. So if you're going to spend your money, I'd recommend buying these books. I actually do have these books. They're not cheap. Well, that is now. When I bought it was like $100 or something. Maybe that's a digital copy. But there are ones out there about EPROMing. A lot of these are US too, which you can also cross-reference for Australia. So yeah, these books here, I don't know, they're on AliExpress. Obviously a copy of somebody else's work, but they might have some information in them. Something like this normally is what you'd be looking at least $300 for a decent set of books. But PDF version from AliExpress, and I wonder how much that is. Let's go there. How much is it? Of course they're knocking off somebody else's work. Okay, $100 knockoff PDF version, or you can buy the real thing for $300. Probably better off on the real thing. You'll get the latest, and you're also supporting the people who make this, because if you don't support them, they won't do the next year or the year after that. So anyway, Asian book, European, domestic, that'd be a better course, more bang for your buck, just between you and me. Alrighty, thanks for watching.